Ngono kwa mwanaume ni kama chakula. Do anything humanly possible as a woman not to deny that man sex. Do you believe in spicing up sex in a marriage? Sijui ni wanaume wangapi wanajua how to tune the emotions of a woman, because when there's a gap, actually most women go out to fill that void.
True.
Let's talk about the emotional gap that is usually there kwa wanawake wengi, because speaking as a woman, Joy, I think ndio mwanamke aweze kufurahia tendo la ndoa katika ile ndoa yake, the man has to come to a place where ako in tune na emotions za mwanamke. Na sijui ni wanaume wangapi wanajua how to tune the emotions of a woman, because when there's a gap, actually most women go out to fill that void.
True.
How do we go about that?
And so wanaume lazima wajue that at the end of the day, if I go back to using the word garden, I don't know why, because unaweza drive mahali no uende uangalie a very beautiful place and not look at another one that is off. So wanaume wajue kama umetembea huko nje vile tu umeona mwanamke mwingine amemwambia
wengi, so
kwa kabla atoke kwa nyumba, you have to do your due diligence. I always say put a reminder on your phone and tell her she's beautiful, tell her how she likes, because you will come and say, by the way, I don't even like that weave she's put, and now how do I tell her? I'm like, for you to have gotten to the point that she went and put that weave, it means you've never told her before. Yeah, and she's trying to get you to see her because she saw you laughing and smiling with someone else the same way. And so there's a way she knows how you looked at her. You're looking at somebody else. That's why you wonder why women have a sixth sense. It's just, it's obvious. You can always tell, your smile, there's a problem. He's looking at her the way he used to look at me. And the women wonder, and the men wonder, how do you know that? And I keep thinking we have data. We have data for everything that's around us. And we know when someone is not giving us what we need. So we are looking at the men and saying, if you don't keep growing with this person and you don't keep watching, because what happens is that when you start going out, you can tell, because what is it that is out there that is not here anymore? And you're not party to it, because we are having men who say, it's football season, at least now she'll understand I have to sleep late, I have to go watch in a big screen. You know, I'm thinking, buy the big screen, buy it in your house. You know, what is it that you cannot onboard her into? So we look at the neglect, because the neglect happens. When the neglect happens.
But for both parties though, hata wanawake pia wanatelekeza wanaume.
When the neglect happens, but tunaangalia foundations pia. Turudi nyuma kidogo. Vile nilikuwa nakwambia kuna sexual addiction. Kuna sexual addiction that comes from trauma, past trauma, where people don't know themselves. And they've gone through so much pain that they imagine it's happening again. So they always can't accept that which they have, and can affect both sides. So unapata mtu ako na addictions that may be off, that they need to handle. So kila kitu at the end of the day inaanza na individual. Because if you're trying to feel an addiction through a marriage, it's gonna fail. Because the other person is hurting, and you're hurting because they are not meeting your specification. Another thing, and ile nasemanga juu ya ideal versus fantasy, as women tutakaa hapo chini tuone Mexican soaps, and we imagine that mtu akikuja nyumbani lazima akuinue juu,
Alejandro type,
akupeleke round, akuambie hivi. But at the end of the day, reality check. I happen hivyo. But we also keep quiet and assume rocket science. Wacha ajue vile naendelea.
Talking about addiction, can we talk a bit about sex addiction? Because I remember kuna story moja nilisikia mwanaume ambaye in a day he would make love to the wife 10 times. Asubuhi kabla waende shambani, anatoka shambani katikati the wife alisema hapana, mimi nimechoka. So is that addiction? 10 times in a day mpaka unashindwa huyu mtu ameconsume nini? Are they okay? What are they consumed? Some substance or something? Is it even normal actually?
I would say addictions.
Yeah.
There are different types. As I said, the trauma addiction. And now addiction can be, remember, it's the brain that remembers.
Yeah.
It's not the body that remembers. That's why we have to bring our bodies into subjection, into control. So what happens is that whatever you train yourself to do, it keeps happening. So when you look at, turudie kwa ile maneno tulikuwa tumeanza nayo, when I was saying, utakula umbwa juu ni umbwa, sexual addiction is the most rampant and quietest addiction and hardest behavior addiction to help through.
But can you call it addiction ikiwa ni kwa mke wako?
Yes, it's still an addiction.
Okay.
Because it is affecting normal life. Anything that goes and affects normal life and normal aspects of life is addiction. Because it's controlling him and he can't control it. Why can't he control it? Yeah. And so aspects of that would mean they can't work. Does that mean, what would that say? Even in every aspect and form.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've become, because you can't call yourself an animals are better, isn't it now?
Yeah.
So you have to bring it into subjection. So sexual addiction now is being normalized. Yeah, it's being normalized. Why? You will find people buying the toys or going out and saying you're not, and imagine it is not the aspect of pleasing, it's the aspect of too much. It's a bottomless pit. When your brain is trained that it's 4 times a day, it doesn't matter. But you can always train yourself back. So the sexual addiction also comes in to break marriage intimacy. Because if at all, it's a problem that needs medication, then you need to see someone.
All right. I'm really thinking about some couples who go for months, even years, without sex.
Why? No.
Why are you saying no?
No.
Hata sijamaliza.
No.
Cousins, yeah.
At a week. You know.
Even a week is a problem. Yeah. It's only 1 week.
Let me say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a problem. So what happens? The intimacy.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed, and this is me reading out, I read somewhere and I can't even remember where, so I'm not able to quote it, where someone says, have you ever wondered how later on couples look alike, parents look alike, and you don't know why? Do you know it's exchange of fluid?
Yeah.
It's the intimacy that grows. They actually said that the more you spend time together, the more you grow together. And the spending time means intimacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Watu fanana juu ya kushiriki mapenzi?
Yeah, it's the exchange of fluid.
Okay.
You tell me why they look alike. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that person who wrote that was wrong.
Mafuta sawa.
No, you look alike. You tell me why. At some point you look at them. Let me see. Maybe mjafika hapo na kwa nini amfanani anyway. I'm kidding. But think about the aspects of what grows a relationship is that. And so I was reading a certain document and someone was talking about how there are aspects to growing a relationship and making it resilient together. Number one is you have to have intimate relationships with each other. Immediately you introduce something else that will feed me, then I don't need you anymore. Okay. See how dangerous that becomes.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep saying, when you're ready for that marriage, you have to work it out. There are times in life when the man may not be as he was when he was young.
Yeah.
But he should have reached there knowing that there are ways he can please you, that you don't need to go and look for it somewhere else. So, to me, what are you doing in the marriage?
For you to go for 2 months, miezi miwili, miezi mitatu?
Wiki moja.
Wiki moja ni ndefu, Joy. Okay, as a marriage therapist.
7 days.
So una suggest? What are you suggesting?
7th day. Si umeonyesha 7th day.
So like in a week for a healthy marriage, mnafaa mshiriki pengine kwa mara 3, mara 2? Ama kila couple wako na familia yao?
Hata kasi hivyo unaweza msaidia. Si lazima
elaborate, Joy.
Unaweza msaidia. by the time you people are together, there are aspects of different types of sex. It doesn't have to be penetrating sex, but you have to help him up if at all he's not able to hold himself. Like, why not? Why are you not able to help him out?
Tutaenda a bit deeper, Joy, because utasaidia watu wengi sana, na kuna wanawake ambao wanakusikia wanasubiri mtu kama wewe azungumze na kuwapatia like the go ahead kwamba inawezekana and actually you can do it, and maybe wanashindwa hizi options za kumsaidia pengine mtu ambaye hawezi, because life happens, mtu anakuwa mgonjwa, unapata kwamba mwanaume ako very overwhelmed, there are distractions, but unapata kwamba mwanamke ako katika ile hali anaweza kumsaidia mumewe. Sasa ni katika njia gani haswa?
Okay, tukiangalia sex and sexual acts, there's just not intimacy. It doesn't have to be penetrative sex. There are ways you can help a man get to where he's going. That is comfortable for you as a woman. It should never be something you find uncomfortable. Remember, first unaanza na wewe as an individual. Is it comfortable for you? So there are ways that you can help him get to where he is, achieve without having any penetrative sex, because it's very uncomfortable. I don't even think it's you don't want anyone to touch you even when you're having PMS, before the period and after the period. But are you going to leave this person? But again, remember, he needs to know how to hold himself. Tuseme kama imeshindikana, because surely kama mama wa 10 times a day, what happens when she's on her period? It cannot happen because of the discomfort that comes from that, and even just values. Kuna vitu zingine tu huwezi fanya. But how can you 10 times a day already ni ugonjwa? That means this person needs help. Because they are moving away from their normal life. But tuseme tu in those 7 days, on off days that this guy can't wait, or he's having, as you're saying, a difficult day and needs help, he should be able to show you how he can help. You can help him for that, because it's very individualistic.
Sasa hiyo tuachie wao wawili.
Hiyo lazima ikuwe watu wawili, haiwezi kuwa watu wengine, kwa sababu ndio wanajijua. But iweze kuwa ni usinishike sawa nisikushike, lakini mimi niko tusaidiane aje. Yes.
Do you believe in spicing up sex in a marriage, Joy? And sasa hii nazungumzia in a Christian perspective. And when we're talking about spicing up sex in a marriage setup, tunazungumzia the use of toys. There are things like role plays, There's so many things we can talk about. My producer, Karemi, is looking at me, where you find, because wakati mwingi mnaweza kuwa katika ndoa kwa miaka mingi, it becomes stale, becomes boring, it's like a routine, you don't get the thrill anymore, so you need to spice it up a bit. Is it okay?
So I'm against toys. Anything that can replace, anything that can replace your feeling, anything that will be by yourself and will replace the other person. Either replace anything. I will say anything that will replace either the man or the woman.
Again, it's substitute.
Yes. I know myself. There's.
I am horny. And my husband maybe. So when they are stressed, like too stressed, they can't
even erect.
Yes.
There are ways. Hapana. Wacha nikwambie juu ya hizo toys. Hizo toys that kamwelewe, I'm very against the toys, because hizo toys natumia battery. No one can fight a battery. Anything that will replace the man in your life, therein lies a problem. And any substitute, imagine a substitute, kwa sababu ni battery. Na uni, remember he's growing. Itafika mahali in his age that there'll be more days like that, where he's not able to be there for you in that aspect. What will you do then? There are ways that he can please you without having to substitute with a toy. What happens is that toy later on is used.
So
it's used.
So basically you support spicing up.
Spicing up is always very nice. Having more time together, learning different parts of you also. And if you want to be a doctor, I don't know what it is you do. What is it would you do?
Role plays.
The different role plays. Role plays are interactive.
You
There's
can
no
dress up as a
substitute.
headmaster, you're the student, you know,
You
in
see
a
that-
uniform.
Yeah. But when you think about the aspect of bringing in a toy, that's what splits you up. So role play doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mi niko na swali. So I understand the aspect of your man cannot vibrate like this. Definitely, I understand that aspect. But and then you're saying we can figure other ways together, right? I want you to imagine. I got married at 23. So a 23-year-old is watching. Probably I do this now in marriage. So I do this other ways. Do you mind mentioning? Some of these other ways that I can even go as a young wife, and suggest it to him. Because maybe I don't even know. I've not yet explored my body. I don't know if he touches me here and feel like this. We're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. There are no other ways besides the two people joining. Because one thing I'll tell you is women get their orgasms differently. You will not tell me the last time this is what worked for you. After 4 times, it's the same thing that will work for you. It changes, true or false.
No, it does.
So
It changes.
the
actually.
body and the anatomy of a woman continues to change. The body and the anatomy of a woman continues to change. And the much it changes, the more exciting it feels. So there is no use A or B. There's more let's explore. The fun is in the exploration. Because you will use someone else's and someone else's doesn't have to work. The fun of the couple is, I normally call it the bedroom key. Once you have locked the bedroom key and you're just the two of you, there are things you can try. You know, people get admitted to hospital with injuries that no one wants to talk about because they were trying something. And that's okay. So I think at 23-year-old, there's so much to explore. So much to explore. And there's nothing I can tell you. Why don't you just find out what it could be? And that's what makes you special. That's what keeps that person, oh my gosh, what are you going to do next?
Yeah.
That's what brings that aspect of hype. But Anne, let me tell you, when someone says people get boring, compared to who? Because even your job gets boring, but you're not living. How come?
A lot.
Yeah, but compared to what?
Routine. The routine makes it boring.
And then compared to what? What can you do?
There's no rush, there's no thrill, there's no adrenaline anymore.
Try it out. Try all these things out. What does it mean if we try it this way? Let's take the kids away and see how it will be in this place, and in that place, in this form and in that form, and see how to bring in spice to it. The exciting part is the spice, the secrecy. I always call it the bedroom key. Once you lock the bedroom key, whatever happens there is just between the two of you. The explorations, unless now we have to bring an ambulance for something.
Yeah.
But basically, the exploration can be as wild as the two of you want to have it, and it remains private between the two of you. No batteries.
Yeah, no batteries.
No batteries.
Okay, what if he's into the batteries like 7? Run up with spice. How can we make it better? Yeah, suggest, let's try this. Lakini, again, you said sex is about self-control. What if I am that person who can control myself and only use it when it's needed?
And this is what I'll say. And the day you'll be alone and use it when it's needed. You see, there are things, there are doors we open.
I mean, travel 1 year.
No.
Actually, that's my next issue.
And you know, people have FaceTime. People have FaceTime with each other. Yes, you have proper FaceTime and with the TV if possible. And everyone is gone.
The toy now.
And you see, the thing is, when he comes back and he's not able to reach there, then the toy becomes the go-to intimate partner, which brings a split. And you know, that's what's happening in the movies now. They say, I don't need, you know, you've seen people talk about they don't want to get married. And they say, what is it that she or he will give me that I can't get?
Yeah.
They even say I have batteries and they serve me well. Yeah. So I'm good. Tell me.
Yeah.
If she doesn't meet someone, and you know batteries unaweza nunua mpya.
And they are cheap actually.
Batteries zinaendelea mpaka, but do we know humans who continue that way?
Ebu tuongea reality, Joy, because like I said before, life is dynamic. And it's not obvious that your husband is going to be with you every day. People travel to work. I get transferred. Mzee ako Mombasa, niko Nairobi, mwingine ako Germany, uko Africa, you know, Europe, Africa, and all that. So what happens to sex for people who really love each other, that because of life circumstances and all that, you're forced to move from each other? So what happens?
FaceTime.
What do you mean?
You have to maintain FaceTime. Because remember the intimacy. If you want to remain married to someone, then you have to work on being with each other. So if at all I'm getting my intimate pleasure, it must be FaceTime with this guy. Yes.
So FaceTime tu si ni kuongea? You're just talking?
Yeah.
So how does that sort you?
With videos. If possible, in bed, wherever it will be. No, but he is with you in the process. No battery. He is with you in the process. Unajua, the breaking down of the intimacy is what happens. Which is aspect. Tuko na yeye, yuko mbali, but muko pamoja. Unanielewa? It is not alone pleasing in every aspect and form. This person is taking part in it. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, you bring in anything or anyone in between, and that's how intimacy breaks. Yeah, but if I'm alone, and it happens. It happens where someone says, "Are you alone?" No, we FaceTime at midnight, and me, I normally know, like, wacha tuweke volume juu tusisikie mnaambiana nini. So there's that aspect that even when they come back together, you can actually tell these people worked to be together. But control also. Try this and tell me if it doesn't work. When you know you want to be with someone and you know you're just waiting to be with them, and you did not get a toy or any fingers by yourself, and you know you're seeing this person after 1 week, tell me how only that sex was. Okay, wacha niwasaidie basi 2 weeks, basi wacha niwafurahishe basi 2 weeks.
1 week is very short.
Tell me how it becomes. How is it? Tuseme tu Ann.
Actually, we can ask our audience. Mtu wako alienda Canada 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Actually, maybe even 3 years ago. And our marriage therapist here, Joy, is saying, no toy, no fingers, no cheating. Umesurvive aje. Na hii ndoa yako bado iko na fire. Because, let's talk about reality here. You can send us your comments.
FaceTime. FaceTime. Pleasure during FaceTime. The other person must be on the other side. Yes.
But in reality, Joy, kweli, because there are so many cases za infidelity. So many of them in church, out of church. Just because of long distance relationship. So he FaceTime, sijui kama ni ya generation ya sasa, I don't know. In reality, kweli.
Reality, kukua far from your person and FaceTiming, I don't know. When I say FaceTiming, what do you think FaceTiming is? Alone with this person. Apana. You're not FaceTiming in the sitting room with your children.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You're giving me ideas.
You're in your room with this person.
Okay.
This is your husband. Yuko on the other side. Muna wawili katika hii FaceTiming.
Okay.
You can be very intimate by the two of you like that. You can even do it every week, every 2 nights or when it's available. I'm not saying ati tukae pale mmesalimia mami ndio yule yuko pale. I'm not talking about that kind of FaceTime. Did you think it was that? No, that's why I said kama TV inaweza kwa room, nipata wengine wako na TV kwa room. FaceTiming iko kwa TV. People watch movies together. People go, have you ever tried? Touch me here. Where else? This feels nice. And you know the aspect that he's doing it on the other side and you're doing it to the other side. You get me? But anafaa kue. Because of the closeness.
Umepatana na cases where Joy, a man tells you blatantly, anakwambia tu, mi sina sexual attraction kwa mke wangu. I no longer find her attractive at all. Actually, nikiimagine kwenda na yeye in the room, I feel no. So how do you keep the fire burning in that kind of a situation?
You'd have to ask the man if he wants to remain married. Because it didn't just start. Kuna resentment. And those are the things I'm saying. If I've replaced you already, if I've replaced you as my intimate partner, I've replaced you as my confidant, I've replaced you as my go-to person, what is there in the marriage? What is there?
Sipping water, what is there?
Sipping water. What is there in the marriage?
Yeah.
So that is somebody who's not willing to work on what they already have. Yeah. Why are they married?
Why are they married?
Why are you still with her?
So I had someone talking on my auntie Nani.
Yeah.
And they were saying the reason why men prefer side chicks, the reason why men prefer side chicks is because now this woman is in her early 40s, ameshikwa na perimenopause. She started getting those hormonal
hot flashes,
akona moods, akona all kinds of needs. But a 20-year-old, ako flowery, ako joyful, she brings in the fun. The wife is not fun anymore. That's how wanajitetea kule nje. So how can you talk to this man, bring back the fun? Because tayari anaona huyu sasa amekuwa too much.
Lakini si hata yamebadilika, even men change.
We look at distance. You know, we talk about the blue pill. Do you know about the blue pill?
Yeah.
Do you know the way it stops the heart? You know it kills.
Yeah, it kills, yeah.
Why are people taking the blue pill? If you've been with the wife of your youth, for example, you've been with the wife of your youth, she already knows. Tumefika mahali auko vile ulikuwa tukiwa 20s, kuna vile life may happen.
Yeah.
But because of the intimacy, then he has figured out ways to ensure that you get there before him. He has figured out, tuseme nini vile 23, imagine from 23 mshafika 45, using her example.
Yeah.
That's like how many years? 22 years
yeah.
of learning from each other. And then now you go and meet, you're already 40 something, you're going to meet a 20 something year old. Let's look at it biologically. Excitement gani. People don't like working for what they have to. People don't like admitting, people escape. But going on and looking at, again, trauma and childhood experiences, they say a woman goes back into, a woman looks for an older man because she's looking for a father figure to love her. She never got that love, so she wants that attention. Kupata mzee ule anam upload, you're doing so well. The things she never got from her dad, you're beautiful mama. And that's where this mama
you can do it
and sweetie words came from, baby, you can do it. And so in the process of telling her that, she starts getting, affirmed. But then it becomes a twist immediately. The man says, then I'd like to be with you.
I love you.
And she's thinking, okay, but because she likes the aspect of this person encouraging her, hence the twist, I'll give you money and then we continue. But there's the big twist that happens. Him is going to look for the person he wanted to date when he was 21 and he was not able to date. So then now you're seeing this person is going back to relive his la mujer kind of thing. As remember, ideal and actual. So if you're not able to meet the actuals, then you're finding someone says, oh, this person, people will always plead and defend that which pleases them. By the time they're defending it, it means they have already done it. They stopped working towards it. So people stop working towards the intimacy in the marriage. They stop, and that for sure, that person is trying to move on to feel whatever they never had when they were young. So how can you debate with someone who's doing that? Someone who says he doesn't want his, why is he still there? Why does he still enter the same room with her? What if he found out that she was with somebody else? Because I always ask, don't you think your wife could be doing the same thing on the other side?
Yeah.
So I go and I say back to what I started with. and control being the aspect of it. Control is basically you succumbing your flesh and your mind into that which makes you grow, looking at your consequences and appreciating your consequences as they go. It's important that you become that which you're willing to fight for. You become that which you need because you have control. That's what you were given for free. Control at the end of the day. Yeah.
Tukimalizia Joy, kitu ambacho tumeambiwa sana kama wanawake sana, actually it's like gospel truth, kwamba ngono katika ndoa, I'm talking about marriage because talking to married people and wale ambao wanatarajia kuingia katika ndoa, ngono kwa mwanaume ni kama chakula. Do anything humanly possible as a woman not to deny that man sex. Is it true?
Then what is the man doing if he cannot tend his garden? I think a wise man knows how to love his wife. If you love your wife, she'll never deny you. If a man doesn't understand how to love his wife, then he should be asking himself why it's dry, why it's a month. Umesema ni 1 month ama 1 year?
Even years. Even years.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, but what is he doing that she's not liking him anymore? Didn't he want to get married? So to me, it's a man at fault. I'm sorry. It's the man at fault here, not the woman. Because a man, how did you start being with this man? There were things he did to bring you closer. You know, they used to say there was a radio tune. You know, you had to tune the radio to to a certain frequency. You know, it had to be that frequency.
And patience. You have to be very patient.
It was not the pressing.
Bonyeza.
It was the tuning into that aspect. So if you're not doing it, then why are you failing in it?
Lakini sasa Joy, in some few seconds, because fine, tunaweza patia blame kwa mwanaume. But you know, kuna wanawake ambao every time the proverbial thing, anaumwa na kichwa, anaumwa na kichwa, akibebi nimechoka, anaumwa na mgongo. Monday anaumwa na mahali. Kesho ni mifupa ya vidole. Kesho kutwa ni mifupa ya nywele. On Friday, I mean, this woman is never up to task. The man has done everything because at the end of the day, we cannot crucify the man.
It's true.
It takes two to tango.
It's true.
Huyu mwanamke hakuna siku atakuwa tayari jamani. What is your problem, woman? Yeah.
And that's why I tell you at the end of the day, kuna community around. So at some point, most women don't like their stuff being known outside, isn't it? But such a man should have a place where he can ask, even if it is a bit, not the best maid, sometimes best maid ni kama tu wewe. So there's normally an auntie who can really help with aspects of we are not intimate. She's always sick.
Na si mgonjwa.
Mediator. No. Atatumia to the words that she's had. There's a mediator. Because kama umejaribu, you've done your part as a man. Your garden is flowered in every aspect. No weeds in any corner. Then getting somebody to come and mediate really helps.
Na kuna watu genuine, eh? Because we've had cases where mwanamke alienda kulilia the friend.
And that's what I'm saying. Tafuta iwezi kuwa friend. You get me?
Yeah.
They are cadres. And they are cadres.
Oh, they are.
They are cadres. Yeah. They are cadres too. Please, this is not happening and it's hurting me. It can be through a letter. It can be through marriage counselors even. But counselors unapata most of the time no one wants to hear about marriage counseling or people will know our stuff. But it's been too long. I've tried this and this is not working out for me. It's not like that guy who wants 10 times a day. That one unajua hapo kuna shida.
Huyo hujamsahau.
Siwezi msahau. Huyo ni mgonjwa. But aspects of understanding that you need a support system to help you through that. Because if a woman is going through that, then she also needs therapy. Could she be again ideal? Labda imemfanyikia tu. Ametoka kusoma hizo vitabu tulikuwa tunasoma. Unajua tukiambiwa stories. Alafu go through that experience and it's too painful every time. You know, you also have to think about that. Does she need help with that? If that's the problem. If at all it's not the problem, then ni aspects of emotional detachment. But lazima kuwe na mtu anaweza ongelesha to talk to her through it.
All right.
But it must be someone, again, respectable.
All right, Joy. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
We're going to have you again, maybe a part B of this. It's a part 2. So maybe you can have your questions. Pengine yale maswali ambayo ungetaka ujibiwe. Na sikupata kueleza, by the way, mgeni wetu Joy huwa anafanya nini and actually where you can find her. Joy, watu wakujue kidogo. Si ndio?
Ni sawa.
Yeah.
Okay, jina langu ni Joy Kiri Njuguna. Unajua mzee wangu anaitwa Njuguna, my loving husband.
Njuguna.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a clinical counseling psychologist. Yes, na practice kwenye different clinics. Na napenda kufanya kazi na family and different aspects of life, helping people reach their goal in being remarkable. So niko na brand inaitwa Remarkable Me.
All right.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo unasaidia sana watu wenye wako katika ndoa na pia katika familia.
Katika familia.
Kwa masuala tofauti.
Kwa masuala tofauti. Yes.
Asante sana Joy Kiri Njuguna. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Na natamani kwamba tuungane wakati mwingine. And what you do, as always, make sure you subscribe to make sure you watch the videos that are actually upcoming. You can tweet me at Anjogu TV, TikTok Anjogu TV, on Facebook Anjogu TV, and of course the number ambayo inateremka pale kwenye scroll. You can call that number, send your DM, and we shall be glad to answer all your questions. Until next time, bye bye, take care, love you.